Good evening, everyone. My name is Kiera Souza. I'm a 16-year-old junior from Livingston High School in Livingston, New Jersey. I'm sure when I mention Livingston, you already have some preconceived notions about how it is. Like many Asian American youth in suburban New Jersey, I live in what can often feel like a bubble, focused on grades, GPA, and everyone's favorite, college. It almost feels like this strange dystopia where all anyone ever cares about is themselves and their grades. Except it's not a dystopia, it's reality. Don't get me wrong though, I care and value my education, and I'm grateful to be in an environment that does too. However, I think that true fulfillment and happiness does not come from getting an A in a class, but rather being content with who you are and striving to grow, not just because you have to, but because you want to. This growth for me has stemmed from a variety of different experiences in my life, including this youth program. For the first time, I was put into a space that allowed me to gain a better understanding of my own multi-faced identity, systems of power, oppression, and privilege, all factors that play into an important role in our place in society. The session where we examined and grappled with our own power and privilege forced me to look within myself, my community, and beyond. I want everyone here in the audience to take a second to think about the person who currently holds the most power in our country. Why do you think that person holds the most power? Is it their gender, their wealth? What about their skin color? We all hold power and privilege in some way, shape, or form, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But the real issue lies in how we choose to use these powers and privileges. And true to the youth program, I'm starting explicitly by thinking locally. There are so many in our state who do not have the privileges that we in this room today may take for granted, which means it's up to us to amplify these voices. And while I could have said all of this too generally, I would not be being true to myself, because I know that to truly advocate for others, we must first educate ourselves on our own histories and identities, and then use that knowledge to uplift and amplify in solidarity those who have been historically marginalized. The problem is though, many of us don't get these opportunities in our traditional schools environment, which is why programs like AAPI New Jersey's youth program are so crucial to our development. Programs like these give us, youth, the place to discuss social justice issues and the divides that continue to perpetuate hate in this country. And now, more than ever, there are so many Gen Z youth involved in advocacy, fighting to live in a country where our voices are heard. At the end of the program, we were challenged to come up with a capstone project tackling issues that we see in our community, but specifically issues that we were passionate about. I decided to focus on the divides within the AAPI community through a youth-led workshop. I've always talked about wanting to leave this bubble that I live in and truly bring about positive change. And now, I'm taking what I've learned and putting it into action using my voice and my passion. My hope is that this is just the beginning of my lifelong commitment to this work. We, the youth, have the power to shape the future, but that future is going to take a lot of time, effort, and perseverance, especially at this time. And that's what this program has taught me. The bubble, growth is more than just a desire to leave the bubble in which we live. It's about reshaping that bubble to create the world that we want to see. And lastly, I want to thank Rosalind Child and Anthika Singh for giving me this amazing opportunity to speak to all of you. I'm so honored.